Hi everyone, this is Anna from Anna K Cards, and today I'm sharing a happy birthday card I made for my son. His birthday is next month, and I wanted to give you the tips and techniques and products I used to make this card. So I love making my own backgrounds, so I went ahead and started with my background. I used a gray colored cardstock. You can see, oh, that's not it. Well, this is on a white cardstock, but I used a gray colored cardstock for the background because I wanted it to have like a shade in the back, but I didn't want to shade it with inks. So instead, I just used a really light gray colored cardstock. And then what I did was I got this, the products I used for this card, they're all by Tim Holtz. And Tim Holtz works with Sizzix and he works with Stampers Anonymous. So these are the products that I use. So the first thing I did was I cut the cardstock down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, which is a standard A2 size. And then I went ahead and used these stamps created by Tim Holtz and Stampers Anonymous. And I use this very large happy birthday wishes to you. So that's going to be my sentiment. I don't have to add any other type of sentiment if I didn't want to. So I just used this large one. And I just used black ink. So I just decided where I wanted to stamp it. And I stamped it with a black ink because I knew I was going to use this soldier image and off to the side. So the sentiment shares the center of the card with the die cut here. And then what I did was I added this musical background stamp, which actually that one is from Gina K Designs. It's this background stamp right here, which is music notes. And so I wanted like a music note because, you know, it's a song, happy birthday to you. So I just wanted to add that music, and it's a celebration. So I put that along this whole edge right here. And then what I did was once that was all stamped up, then what I did was I placed it into this 3D embossing folder by Tim Holtz, and it just looks like beads and streamers and things like that, kind of that celebration background. And I knew I wanted it to be in gold, so that was kind of like tricky for me. And if I were to redo this background, I would probably have done it different. And what I would have done was I would have inked up the embossing folder, the inside of the embossing folder with gold, with the sticky ink. So that way, when it embossed in the paper, the paper would be sticky only on these raised edges. So you can see these are raised right here. But I did it the opposite. So that's how I learned, I guess. But I kept it. I thought it was, I don't know. I like this kind of weird mistake I made. But I think it still came out pretty cool and grungy looking. So what I did was, so I embossed it, and of course you get these raised images from the embossing folder. Then I decided to put the sticky ink on it, and of course it got onto the background paper too, but I don't know, I liked it. And then I sprinkled this Gina K Designs gold embossing powder over it, and of course the embossing the embossing powder is also going to stick to the background because the sticky ink went onto the background as well as the raised images, since they're just a very light, very singular raised images in the background. But I still like the way it turned out. You can still see the embossing, the three-dimensional aspects of the embossing, and then the background looks just like splattered with gold. So that worked out fine. The happy birthday wishes to you is such a huge sentiment and thicker sentiment, so it worked out. So then I decided, okay, I'm going to put this soldier on here. So this is just from Tim Holtz and Sizzix, the Thinlits collection. And I just decided to just mix and match these different soldiers. You can make all these different kinds with 1 die or 2 or 3 dies. So I just went ahead and created this soldier. And then I I needed to ground the soldier. So I found these little these little markings from this collection over here from Tim Holtz, and that same heart. I felt like it needed one over here, and I just created these. I just used these little black die cuts to just ground the soldier, ground the heart, add it in a strategic place just to give this a more triangular kind of look with the sentiment, with the heart, and with the soldier here, so your eye kind of flows around the card. And that was it. It took me, I timed myself, it took me like two and a half hours to make this card, one of the fastest times I made a card. But I don't know, I just thought of an idea, I just went for it. Yes, I made mistakes, but you know, I think I like them the way they turned out. And of course, I'd probably try a different way to do this next time, but I really like the way it's turned out.